Okay, hello. And this is just for those that want to know about positive psychology and taking it into the organizations. Okay. Taking it into the organization, I think, is very important. And I'm going to really stay close to what we're doing here. Okay, so it says this brochure that I did is more like for a workshop. So I'm going to try and stay within what I'm offering for those that are interested in being part of positive psychology in an organization. What happens here is positive psychology, again, is a methodology and it's a guide to conduct studies on what goes right. Remember, we're always looking for strengths, and then from strength we go into challenges. What motivates us, what inspires us, and that is as employees. Okay, so we're introducing this to an employer or to somebody that works with big groups. Okay, so we observe and communicate with the employees, and we ask questions, and we also have some of the answers. Okay, and then what is the good about the day, and then what is bad about the day, and what is in that case, what is your aha moment? What is your sense of belonging? What did you learn that day? Those are the things that we like to iterate to the employers so that they can understand that will come back to them in double fold, 10 folds, and a whole bunch of folds. So the purpose of the organizational psychology is that we use the scientific study of the subjective experiences and traits that are in the workplace that are exhibited by those that are working, okay, the employees. So in a positive organization, those are indicators and variables that indicate and that can help. Those indicators, if used correctly, will help increase the company's productivity and, of course, the capital gain. And then we go into the details of the process. Again, the study we conduct is to identify employees' motivations and how that equally enables the organization to present patterns of high level of performance, indicating motivation is directly proportional to the human potential. And then we're trying to prove in terms of operational research and imagine the companies capitalizing on the individual strength and what inspires them. Okay, so we are the human being is the operational force, focusing on the activities on how to help develop the employee's strength as to focus the resilience, because we want everybody feeling in optimal shape. Okay, so again, it's focusing on what is their potential, what is their strength. So ultimately having a sense of well-being, and then healing, and a healing environment where they can come to work to create, waking up wanting to come to work every morning. So human potential is the human resource, and then everything else will branch out to possibilities and opportunities. So what does that mean? Let's identify strength. And yeah, we can even ask the employees, what are your strengths in that one product that you're doing? And what are your challenges? And as long as we explain that the challenges are the parts that we need to, get a hold of, and that's what makes us learn, and that's what even helps our neural pattern in the brain, so that we not be bored. And if told that to the employees in a polite way, I think they will come out more with telling you what are their challenges, okay? And we not be embarrassed about what we don't know or what we need to learn, continue learning. So we are facilitators, we're pioneers, us the psychologists, positive psychologists that are taking this to the employers. With new organizational reformation and transformation, this is more like a design. It's a work that the individuals, we work on the individual's traits and characteristics, that can be utilized in the workplace to increase the company's capital and maintain at the same time this sustainability. So you don't want employees to be leaving you, especially if you thought that was a good employee that you hired. We come and immediately we begin to put the puzzle together by observing employees' traits, skills, and how they produce the quality the company needs. Okay, so the quality the company needs, it's an end product, and so we get the employees to understand the end and the means at the end. Okay, getting them to understand. I like to get them to understand backwards. Okay, because a lot of time we focus on the same thing we know. So there we go. So we come and we immediately begin to put the puzzle together. Like I said, what human operational potential resource tools needed to make the product, innovative idea manufactured, abdomen design, while studying the employees that are able to give that high quality. So we basically learn about those that do know how to give you what you need, even if it's in part. If this group knows how to do this part really good, and maybe this group knows how to, so either from whatever part until we make it a whole, so that we can all understand that the product at the end will be the one that you need to develop at the end or deliver at the end. So Places allows the employees to learn to develop positive behavior in the organization just by knowing that we understand their strengths, they understand their strengths, and then you have these other pockets will help with the challenges. Again, sometimes when the employees are good and you don't want to let them go, yes, so employees will contemplate job crafting for those that trust you want to keep. So, if somebody's saying, I want to leave, you try and craft within your one product as to keep that one person. Okay. Because remember, the training, it's a lot. It also it cuts from your capital. So then the performance while maintaining a good stamina and grit is what the positive organization wants to implement in the workplace. So what does that mean? They want the employee to keep the stamina of giving you that, opening the case, the original intake, from the intake going into possibly into the next group, which would be the body, working with the body, getting all the documents together. And then the last part, who is good at just them making this part. So you can either do it as a whole unit or you can do it in different fractions, but that one fraction will become one body. Either way, it has to become an optimum product. And then employees engage and they understand that the talents employees always have brought them is a start for the company, and that plans to stick around for a long time. Again, the employees come with talents. You start to know them, and you start to basically appreciate them and use them, but not appreciate those talents. So again, this is a model from positive psychology. I am just iterating these things that I am learning and telling you that an employer is a good employee when he thinks of your well-being and your bounce back. Your bounce back, when you're at work, when something is not happening, are they taking care of resolving your comeback, your resilience? Again, so positive organization is the principle that follows more than just the call of a hero. Okay, so good positive psychology is the capital for your employees to exhibit what we call the call of the hero. Okay, which means they are ready. They have that hope, that energy, that they can provide that one light or that miracle or that optimum product. no matter what. Again, the call of the hero is, making sure that you learn and to maintain your self-efficacy. Okay, so there's another piece that we can talk about self-efficacy. Again, this comes from positivepsychology.com. That's like one of my pieces that I go to for my information, the same way when I teach science or any other piece, which I use Khan.com. So these are things that I'm learning and that I'm comparing again. So here, number 4 is the resiliency. So if something goes on at work, I mean, we need to be able to stand up. It can be either we were all, intense writing a grant and a proposal, then all of a sudden we stopped and then we're back. And then, how did we recover from that? How did we recover from something even more horrific? Like what happened in San Bernardino in the Department of Mental Health. How do we recover? Is the employer fixed? Is the employer capable? Is he prepared to work with the resiliency of the employee and know at whatever time it is of the day? So employees, how to seek optimism and remaining positive about the likes to come out within a win-win solution. In other words, we always want to be able to find some kind of solution, and that is the call of the hero. And, and our employees need to help us with that, because we are definitely, we want to exhibit psychological fitness. That's why it's important that we take those 15 minutes, that we go out and do our half an hour lunch, that we do stretch, that we do walk, that we, make sure that you understand that you're being mindful and listening to, music or the birds in the morning. And again, your energy, I'm repeating myself, but it's the self-efficacy and the coping. When a solution, turns negative, are we able to come back? And, again, the optimism, remaining positive. That was repeated twice because sometimes we just don't have empathy to ourselves. We don't even tell ourselves, I love you. When was the last time that you told yourself, I love you? Yeah. So these are just some of the benefits we are going to be following, and these are some of the benefits that I will plan to. I would love to, take to schools. I would like to take to organizations. I would like to take to community places. Is that we have now not only the traditional way of thinking of psychology, but also those that have been following the positive psychiatry, which is through mindfulness, through using yoga, to making sure that you follow Aspire and again positive psychology. We are all on the bandwagon because our immune system is very up there with our resiliency and how we come back. And if somebody like your jobs, if you're able to put the coping part in place. Okay, so sometimes when the employees are good, you don't want them to go, and you're gonna redesign situations. So able to reflect core self-evaluation, that's the employers the same way like the employees. Your ethical work is related with self-efficacy, whereby your moral compass, you're doing your job because you believe in that job, a persistent regularity, focusedness. So in here we're going to talk about a lot of activities that we're able to help the employees and the employers to come back. There are actual websites that can help us measure your self-efficacy, measure your resiliency, measure how positive you are emotionally, and what are the things that you can do to help yourself. These are just websites that the employers can just continue reminding the employees that they have all these resources as to help them psychologically stay fit and be able to bounce back with the job. Okay, So the coping method of how the employee is working with the employees is very important. Right now, again, perspective taking, trust. This is all within the organization. Compassion, relational coordination theory, civility. These are all the things that the employers need to be able to understand, and we have to have a sense of belonging, the authenticity of staying true to yourself, your psychological safety. You need to be able to bounce back, be able to cope, always stay in the positive. Organizational citizenship, please, when you're being nice, you're not just being nice to one. That needs to gravitate to even outside. Some people think that it's just like, well, I'll just be nice to here, but then when you go outside to the store, you act like a different person. No, it has to permeate. You're either going to be permanently nice or you're going to be permanently, but no, you don't be nice to some and then to other. This has to go zzz, all over the place, okay? So your positive emotion plays a lot. Plays a lot. So some of the things about personal positive emotion is that you mimic your behavior. People can feel it. People can see it. If you're smiling, they will smile. If you're like grumpy, they will be grumpy. If you're yawning, you will yawn. So places, the positive emotions. So this allows employees to learn to develop positive behaviors in the organization through the models facilitators apply in each workshop session in the lessons. So yes, it's you teach this to the employees, because this is not something that's being taught. Okay, right now we're just like finding out, well, what's wrong, and you did it wrong, and even the word wrong or errors, come on, it's challenges. Come on, we need to get with the new types of speaking to people so that we can continue being inspired and motivated, especially if you're paying them. Okay, so did you know that we mimic each other? I already said that. Facilitating activities on how employees begin to learn about others. Make them less of a threat. Just even 5 minutes or even around 12, come on, let's do a circle, because we are all a team. We're here, one might have done it, but we are all a team. Even if we were to be like a tree down, we still have what I call the nervous system, which is it comes back to being a team. So bottom line, can you team work together? We need to believe that we can work together. Does your team have others back? And how can we change the dynamics if we don't have it? We are all here together. Okay, we definitely, positive organization. This one is let's help each other. And I've seen that, this is possible. Positive organization into fostering positive emotions such as joy. Keep it fun and creative. It takes less energy, and your dopamine is likely to increase. Experiences less employees burning out. So the employees, if you keep it fun, they will experience less burning out. And one of the things, I don't care how serious the situation is, you should have music. Some people don't like music, but music it's good. It's good for the dopamine. It's good for the neurons. It's good for all kinds of helping you up. At least the employees can expect that, at a certain time of the day, you will have music. You can have, but music really helps if they allow you to put your buds in your ear to listen to it. It's mindful. Some of the mindfulness is, you can tense one side of your body and feel it and then let it go. The other feeling, let it go, stand up. Make sure that you have deep breathing, that it comes from the pit of your stomach. Hold it, like you breathe. Hold it 4 or 5, come back down. You're breathing, focusing your breathing. Always be mindful, keep focus in the present. and so that you cannot not be like drifting away when you're doing your work, and creating some of the challenges that are not allowing you to increase or even get a raise or whatever that means. So flow at work is fully immersed. So places allow employees to learn to develop positive behaviors in organization through the model facilitators apply in each workshop and session learned. So sometimes when employees are good and you don't want them, you want to keep them. Professor Mihaly in 1975 came up with the flow. It refers to the feeling of being fully immersed in the activity, and that's what you want to be able to do. It refers to feeling of being fully immersed, and when experiencing a state where the mind doesn't wander, it's called the flow. Your mind will not be just distracted with shooting thoughts. Actually, it's when its time is moving very quickly. And that's where you want to be. You try and be in the zone with your experiences, a form of concentration rather than effortlessly. Actually has a name. It's being again in the flow. Well, personally, I have experienced that where everything stops. It's just beautiful. But this to happen, the material needs to be there. In other words, your employees need to give you what you need. And so this is not all the employee. The employee needs to be able to have the resource. The employer needs to be able to care. And in the end result, the studies indicate that the benefits for both the organization and the employee and the analysis is that optimum. Everybody's going to be able to capitalize in it, because you're tapping into the strength of the employees. The employees are being stimulating. They want to come home. They want to come to work, and they're giving you their best because you have tapped into their strengths. So the place allows the employees to learn and to develop behaviors. So it's mainly keeping the employees striving, merely asking these questions, using these activities and strategies, using technology to help assist the employees to understand their strengths. And there's a lot of them, encouraging them to stand up when they can, stand up desk, be able to move. Again, in this study, personal resources were conceptualized as self-efficacy, and organizational resources were conceptualized as social support and clear goals. So, and their supervisors should. So again, it's the resource and your availability as an employee go hand in hand. Again, your work engagement, you believe in high level of engagement will give the team a better quality performance. So when you go there, make sure that you are totally absorbed, that you are understanding. If you don't understand, that would be a challenge. And that's the time when you can not repeat what you already know, but say, be clear, this is the part that I need understanding. Try and put it in steps and go for it. Because at the end, we definitely want the optimum job done. And we want to be able to keep the company capitalizing. Because if you keep the company capitalizing, you will have a job. Okay? That is meaningful to you. Okay, so again, craft the job for the employee. And then other outcomes you may wish to investigate as employees, the employers, along with facilitator data you already collected, including the suggestion box. These are things, other outcomes that you can find out. How is it that your employees are feeling? It's a good place to start. Okay, so asking them and the suggestion blocks, the employees always talk about the workplace to be suited with what needs to get so that they can get the work done. Make sure that you start there. And of course, again, this is where you want the organization designated or designed to operate according to a positive psychology organization, and you have to look at these things, and you start by listening to your employees. What is the energy that they have? What is their moral compass, do they really believe in what they're doing, and what inspires them, whatever elevates them, or what elevates the product to an optimum, sustainable, everybody will love it, the type of elevation, meaning that is meaningful. And so then, again, everybody should have take part in that one product and where their strength is. Thriving as to keep the whole organization without jealousy, without competition, and thriving. That's called vitality. Again, the place allows the employees to learn to develop positive behavior in an organization through the models, and the facilitators apply in each workshop session lesson. So some of the models are already done. I mean, they're like prefabricated already, because everybody's talking about positive psychology, and we have a lot of information that is out there and is free. So this is not something that you need to really charge a lot. I mean, it's nice that you let, like Positive Psychology, that I do a lot of work with them. And, if you want to donate, you can donate to them. If you want to let them know as an employer, I'm using the information, which that's what I do, and give them their credit. But there's a lot of stuff out there the employees can use. Okay. So how long does it take to recover? Again, we're doing all this because if there's, a delay in a product, if it didn't come out like you thought, or even if there's a problem or grief with your employees, how long do it takes to recover? So your work life, the balance, the recovery, and the resource, you need to check both. Okay, so recovery from work demands. Okay. This would be like for COVID, for the doctors and all those, frontliners. I had to work because I was doing a therapy with children. So, and you couldn't stop working. The job would get worse. So again, health field individuals, educators, people in the supermarkets, people in that make our life easy, frontliners. Yeah, how do they recover? How do we promote their recovery? And we do that through a range of activities. One, with the preventive well-being type of programs, health programs that we do with the employees, having yoga, and let them know, I'm having somebody here for an hour to do stretch. We encourage that you stretch. We encourage that we put positive quotes on a board. We encourage mindfulness, which means, extra chatter sometimes is like just too much. But here we go. But such activities will facilitate a range of psychological recovery, including experiences in which one is replenishing at the psychological level. Okay, so to detach from work is, it's another one. No crippling thoughts, and able to find relaxation, totally coming back, refreshed to start again. So there's a lot of people that tend to give a lot of quantity, and at the end result, they didn't do anything. And this is where you have to chant quality versus quantity. If you're going to be with your children, do it quality. Why are you on the phone? Do quality. Because at least, even if it's not a big chunk, they felt that you were there. The same with your job, the same with anything you do. It has to, you'll be a little passionate and very, but you're there. They know that you're not faking it, okay? Gotta be authentic. So the place allows the employees to learn to develop positive behavior in the organization through the model of facilitator apply in each workshop session lesson. So here we go again, and it always comes back. We don't want to let you go. Why? Because you're too good. Okay. So information that we can conduct and form surveys. Again, that's through the suggestion box. All this information was actually taken from positivepsychology.com, Positive Organization Psychology. And this is where I get my information. I retrieved this information March 17, 2021. So at this point is thank you for being part of the organizational reformation transformation today. Please, 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 please leave a comment or let me know how you like this and if you think organizations can benefit from this. And it would be, how would you start this? How would you show this to an organization? The first thing is that I would mail it to them, email them, and let them know that all we want them to do is to understand that there are websites that promote this type of language, this type of facilitating, and that we or I can give the primary or the beginning of the workshops. Yes, a donation would be more than accepted so that we can continue this work. But this is something that needs to be done, and anybody that is interested can definitely let me know. Esmeralda Gonzalez, and I am the person that's interested in that we understand that 1997 positive psychology joined with traditional psychology, and that positive psychiatry is about making sure you stretch, making sure that you have mindfulness, and that you care for the way you think, and that you be gentle with your thoughts. And personally speaking, please, saying I love myself will definitely help your immune system. We must love ourselves, give our mask to ourselves so that we can give it to those next to us. Thank you, Pipi She. It's time.